See, that link now is for the person.
And as you all know, you are preparing for your examination, be it WAEC, NECO, JAM, or the case may be. And in writing your English examination, there are structures. There is what is being expected of you. You don't just write an English examination the way you write the other subjects. So today we'll be looking at the structure or the components, what makes up an English examination passage. And what is this comprehension passage? It's the part where you are being given a story, a passage. So you have to read the comprehension passage diligently to understand every word, to understand the passage, and to know how to answer the questions. That's the first part. Secondly, we have lexis. And what is lexis? Lexis is just your vocabulary development. Here, you are being tested your ability to understand words and also how to use those words. Words like words associated with science and technology, agriculture, press, communication, plumbing, health, environment, culture, fishing. And you are being tested here how to make use these words and how to understand these words and make use of them in your writing. And the next thing is what we call the idiomatic expression. In idiomatic expression, you are being expected to understand the meaning of words out of the dictionary explanation. The meaning of words out of what? The dictionary explanation. And the next one is structure. Structure here has to do with what? Grammar, the grammar part of English language, where you have word sense relation like homonyms, synonyms, antonyms, and the rest. You have the parts of speech like nouns, pronouns, adjective, adverbs, verbs, etc. You have English, and in this part is most complicated because there are so many things embedded inside of it. So this is another aspect of English examination. The next one is what? Your essay writing. You can't escape an exam without what? Writing an essay. And we have different types of what? Essay writing. We have letter writing, we have argumentative essay, which is debate, we have creative writing, narrative writing, we have descriptive, expository, and the rest. And while writing an essay or a letter, first of all, you are expected to know what about the content. The content means you not drifting from what the topic being given to you. For example, you are being asked to write an informal letter to your friend. Do not leave that topic, do not leave the context of arrange your writing. How do you arrange your essay, letter, be it anything? How do you arrange it? Your paragraphing, use of spellings, formal features, and all of the rest. The next, we have expression. Expression simply means your control of vocabularies. How do you make use of words, new words, or whatever? The next, we have mechanical accuracy. This have to be what? You have to make sure that whatever you're writing is what? Accurate. Your mechanical accuracy is also tested also. Now, we also have what we call literature. And remember, we have three genres of literature, which is the prose, the drama, and the poetry. And any English examination you'll be writing, be expecting what? The literature aspect of it, the literature part. Questions on books, on prose, poetry, and drama will be extracted. So what are you now expected to do? Right now, bring out all those books you've read from SS1 to SS3 and start revising them. Start, if possible, read them all through again because you'll be answering questions from all these books. You'll be given several questions for you to choose, but how will you answer them if you've not even studied? The next, we have the summary. Summary, as the name implies, is a situation where you are being given a passage and you are asked to write in a concise, smaller, shorter form. But as you are writing in this shorter form, do not miss the what? The main points. You have to bring it, compile them in a smaller form of an English word examination. I just want you to understand these components before we venture into the main topic of today. So, our main topic today will be on grammar. Grammar, because grammar is one of the most complicated parts of the exam. So you have to understand grammar mostly, because if you can't write anything, this part carries more of the mark. Therefore, you have to understand it before you start writing your exam. Okay, on grammar today, we're studying the noun. Any word I used to name a person, a thing, an event, an institution, we call it a noun. And I want to remind you that there's nothing in this world that does not have a name. So all these names that you know, just bear in mind that they are all nouns. And another aspect to know about noun is that noun has what? Genders. Noun has genders, masculine and feminine. The masculine and the feminine. For example, we have actor. For the noun is being classified into different types, into different categories according to their functions and their usage, according to how you use them, and according to what it functions in the sentence. Number one, we have what we call the possessive noun. The possessive noun. The possessive noun is the noun that denotes what? Possession, that is ownership. It denotes what? Ownership, that something belongs to you or someone else. And mostly this noun makes use of the S plural, the S marker with an apostrophe marker on top. For example, a possessive noun. Secondly, we have what we call the proper noun. The proper noun. Proper nouns are nouns that denote a specific or particular idea, a particular person, a particular thing. For example, if I say a man is coming, it can be any man. But when I say Mr. Ajala is coming, it denotes what? A particular man. It's telling you about a particular city, which is what? Lagos. Do you get me? So proper nouns are nouns that denote what? A particular or a specific idea. Next, we have what we call common noun. A common noun is just the direct opposite of what? A proper noun. Common, a name given to a general people, a general class of people. For example, girl, females. Common noun is general to them, they all share it. Do you understand? Now, the next we have collective noun. Collective noun, do not mistake it from common noun. It's quite different. Collective, an army of soldiers. This is a collective noun. A heap of bees. A heap of bees. These are all what? Collective noun. A noun given to a group of people that denote the same idea, that are the same kind. Lastly, we have what we call abstract nouns. Abstract nouns, they are nouns that denote to what? To the mind. You can't see them, you can't feel them, but you know they exist. For example, the word here, honesty, is a noun, it's an abstract noun. You can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't hear it, but you know there's something called what? Honesty. It's an idea. It occurs to the mind. Next, we have what we call countable. Countable and uncountable nouns. Countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. They are nouns that can be assigned a singular or a plural form. For example, you can count the girls. There are so many things you can count. Anything that you can number, we call them what? Countable nouns. While the other counterparts, which is the uncountable nouns, and the opposite of countable nouns. Uncountable nouns are those nouns that we can't count. We can't assign any numerical factor to it. For example, sand, salt, honesty, intelligence. These are all what? The noun. And we say that the noun is a naming word. You've seen the factors that are attached to what? A noun. It has gender and it has variables. And also you have seen the different types of nouns, the different types of nouns.